Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. You may hear some noise out. The neighbors getting their lawn done, so you may hear some mowing of some sort going on. But guys, listen, what an interesting day right now for the digital asset space, huh? I heard, I haven't checked, but I've heard that BTC is under 11,000. Well, isn't that interesting? Under 11,000. That, my friends, is very, 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 very interesting. So let me see what's going on here. Why is that going here? Yep, sure is. It's currently at 10,695. It was as low as 10,400, I believe, earlier this morning. Interesting. And XRP is 26 cents. Isn't that interesting? Wow. So this is pretty cool. An opportunity to buy the dip. I was at 25 cents, I think, at one time. That would have been nice. $4 for a dollar would have been really nice. I might have looked to get some more XRP at that price, $4 for a dollar. But guys, this is what the market is, right? The market is what the market does, what the market is, or the market is what the market does. So just hodl strong if you can. I saw one guy saying he was going to sell all 100K of his XRP. I think he was going to said he was going to set it for 31 cents. I saw another guy on Twitter said that now is the time to long XRP. So, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how that's, every now and then I look in to see how I can do a 2X or 3X long on XRP, but I never do it. So good luck to those of you who know how to do that and are looking to do it. So in any case, we're going to share some great stuff that I found on Twitter today, and an article from Ripple from Marcus Treacher that I think is important to take note and remind ourselves of what is really going on. Interesting tweet from a guy and his banker. I'm going to share that with you guys as well. So you're going to have to stay to the end to check that out for sure. That was an interesting conversation between a dude and his bank manager and what his bank manager told him from the head office of the bank. Interesting stuff. You're going to want to hear that as well. All right, guys, listen, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in the round 0 to 10 minutes. So let's do this. Let's go to Marcus Treacher. Why real-time cross-border payments are poised to break through. This is a great article, guys. I'm going to read every single word of this. It's really important to understand, because what I was reading in a couple of the paragraphs, so a couple of sentences in these paragraphs, it felt as though it felt like a done deal. It felt like he was speaking in, this is happening. That's what it felt like to me. So see if you feel the same way. Here we go. Why real-time cross-border payments are poised to break through. If the beer cold pandemic has taught us one thing about payments, it's that speed, reliability, and on-demand access to money is critically important in a world powered by digital interaction. Our world may be forever changed, but with that change comes the potential to optimize better ways of doing day-to-day life tasks, payments included. Given the current economic landscape, we recently posited that real-time, instantaneous payments are now more important than ever. And there's a logical extension to this view, centered around the growing necessity and demand for affordable and immediate cross-border payments. Solving for the glaring deficiencies of the current cross-border payment ecosystem is a challenge that must be overcome. Currently stymied by antiquated systems and a lack of universal protocols and regulations. Cross-border payments are way more burdensome for the end user than they should be. Luckily, that tide seems to be shifting. And again, I want to point this out, especially for the new people on this channel. We've said time and time again, when it comes to blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, DeFi space, you know, when you talk to the powers that be, what they say in response to those things are wah, 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 right? They don't hear it. Or what they're saying back in response is just blah, blah, blah. But when you mention cross-border payments and the inefficiencies therein, they are in total agreement. So when you think the World Bank, when you think the WEF, when you think the IMF, when you think central banks, when you think current governance, they are in agreement that the current cross-border system needs to be fixed. And this is where Ripple currently lives, with the best technology to get that done. And that's very, very important to know. So luckily, that tide seems to be shifting. Powerful new technologies built on blockchain and empowered with digital assets are catalyzing a sea change in how money, C as in S-E-E, and how money is S-E-E-S-E-A, is moved around the world, while the potential to unlock enormous benefits for both individuals and businesses as societies worldwide continue to digitize. Important. Powerful new technologies built on blockchain and empowered with digital assets are catalyzing a C, like a C and S-E-A, change in how money is moved around the world, with the potential to unlock enormous benefits for both individuals and businesses as societies worldwide continue to digitize. And this title of this next paragraph is a snapshot of the cross-border payment landscape today. If you ever had to send money abroad, then you're well aware of how frustrating the process can be. To say that the current infrastructure for cross-border payments is broken would be an understatement. It's a very slow, expensive process, and you often don't know if or when your money will even arrive. This sits in stark contrast to the digital services we now not only expect, but rely on more than ever. Sending global cross-border payments should be easy, seamless, immediate, and cost-effective. However, the underlying systems, protocols, and liquidity management models underpinning cross-border payments are complex, restrictive, and fragmented. This means costly delays and high foreign transfer fees for the end user. And guys, it's not just, it's important to note, that's just not you and I doing something on Western Union or MoneyGram, preferably MoneyGram, right? It's SMEs, it's small and medium enterprises, it's SMBs, it's money transmitter businesses, it's banks, commercial, local, and central banks that have this challenge, right? So this means costly delays and high foreign transfer fees for the end user. Solving these issues is important for people and businesses worldwide, and especially important for payment flows to low and middle income countries like Mexico that would benefit from instant low cost payments the most. Countries and financial networks adhering to various standards is one of the main factors creating this fragmented landscape. The result is hundreds of closed networks that don't speak to each other, loosely interconnected with unstructured payment messages requiring high manual intervention. In the 21st century, requiring high manual intervention, all of which contribute to a poor payments experience. Solving the cross-border payment problem with RippleNet and ICO is the title of this next paragraph. To combat this, the International Standards Organization, ISO, established the ISO 20022 as a universal standard to bring legacy payment infrastructures into alignment. But without a fundamental overhaul of these payment infrastructures, the ISO standardization can only go so far. A fundamental overhaul of these payment infrastructures. To really shift the paradigm and create the kind of cross-border payment services people and businesses need, modern technology needs to be applied to the payments to complement ISO standards achievements. Think about that. To really shift the paradigm and create the kind of cross-border payment services people and businesses need, modern technology needs to be applied to the payments problem to complement ISO standards achievements. Ripple's vision, which by the way, let us not forget that Ripple did get asked to join, if you will, the ISO 20022 standard body of standards, or standards body, is it body of standards or standards body, whichever one that is, asked to join that for the ISO 2022. Ripple's vision is to deliver this technology transformation by establishing a new global payment network called RippleNet. Let me say that statement again. It's so powerful. Ripple's vision is to deliver this technology transformation by establishing a new global payment network called RippleNet, built on distributed ledger technology and tightly coupled with ISO standards. They're on the standards body for the ISO 20022. Ripple is. Consequently, Ripple has been a leading proponent of ISO 2022 and its mission to enable better global interoperability and an improved customer experience for payments. So here's the thing to note. The ISO 2022 is a done deal in that they have decided that this is the new universal system, messaging system that everyone's going to use. Everyone's going to use it, right? Ripple joins this standards body, right? And are looking to change the technology with the RippleNet. Let me read this again. Consequently, Ripple has been a leading proponent of the ISO 20022 and its mission to enable better global interoperability and an improved customer experience for payments. As the de facto global data standard for modern payments messaging between financial institutions and payment systems, the ISO 2022 is currently adopted in 70 countries. It's estimated that 87% of global financial transactions will be supported by ISO 20022 by 2023. This common language helps financial institutions, banks, and payment systems streamline processing and cross-border payments, as well as strengthen regulatory controls. With increased adoption of the ISO, combined with the fresh approach made possible with RippleNet's distributed ledger technology, we can better shape the future of cross-border payments. Let me read that again. with the increased adoption, in other words, the banks in they're moving to that. That's a done deal. The ISO 20022, that's what they're moving to. 87% of global financial transactions, 87% will be supported by the ISO 2022 by 2023. So with increased adoption of this ISO combined with the fresh approach made possible with RippleNet's distributed ledger technology, we can better shape the future of cross-border payments. I don't see, and I don't read possibility or hope or ifs in the statement, in that statement. If you understand what I'm saying, I don't read we'd like to, or there's a possibility of, or if this technology is adopted. This is not what I'm reading in the sentence. Are you saying this is just for the people on RippleNet? They're on the standards body. Is it just the banks on RippleNet? Possibly. But never ever forget the power of the network effect, right? Never forget the power of RippleNet and its network effect. You don't want to be that guy, that business, that bank that is on the outside looking in on the RippleNet. You just are not going, because you're going to be the one missing out on the efficiency and the speed and the savings. They're already calling for transparency in these transactions. You know, I want to know what the price is before, and I want to know what the price is after, and I want to know that it got there. RippleNet and this technology provides that. And the powers that be are calling for that kind of transparency. And I'm going to read this one more time because I just, again, the sentence to me speaks to a level of certainty. With increased adoption of the ISO, combined with a fresh approach made possible with RippleNet's distributed ledger technology, we can better shape the future of cross-border payments. The banks and financial institutions joining RippleNet are catalyzing the 20022 ISO standards adoption and helping to jolt cross-border payments into methods into the modern world, providing a truly frictionless experience to remitters, small businesses, and emerging digital marketplaces worldwide. You got to ask yourself, why was Ripple invited and asked to join the standards body for the ISO 2022? What do they think that RippleNet has to offer? I believe it is next level interoperability and a system and technology that provides transparency, efficiency, right? Immutability, right? All of these different things. Not a single, listen, Ripple can come to the table with not a single transaction there's no error. So we're going to go from 6% error rate with Swift to zero. They can come to the table with these things and have the banks that are currently on the RippleNet sign off on those statements. Powerful, powerful read here. Great job by Marcus Treacher. And again, to me, it says this is what we're doing. And all the banks are made aware of it. All the banks have been made aware of it, especially the central banks. Especially the central banks. All right, let me see what else I want to cover with you guys, because I just think this is huge. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to say a couple of things here real quick. All right, so, and then I'm going to get to this statement from this bank guy. I'm just posting this just to trigger some people. Okay, so this is from a while ago in 2019. Okay, no issue, sir. And one last thing, do you really think that XRP will touch 10,000? Much love. Bob Wade responds, we all know Bob Wade, former employee with Ripple from back in the day, in the early days. I don't remember ever saying anything like that. However, I don't know of any upper bound on XRP. I don't know of any upper bound on XRP price should the network as a whole become successful. Very, very important to know. I want to share something about, let's see, one guy tweeted about the price, and let's not forget, this is from Jack the Rippler. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for sharing this. And this is a great reminder. And then I'm going to share the bank thing with you guys. All right. Don't forget, XRP reached from 20 cents to $3.80 in 22 days. Let's not forget that. In 22 days, that happened, 3 weeks. But let me share something that I just find to be very, very interesting. And I'm going to end this video with this, and then I'll end it the way I always normally end it. This is from Steve on Twitter. How you doing, my friend? This is what he says, right? I spoke to my bank manager today, face to face. Asked them, him or her, about Ripple and XRP. Him, about Ripple and XRP. His answer was, the head office has told us, the bank managers, not to discuss it until regulations are in place. End of conversation. I was very surprised he had even heard of them. We're so early. And I just thought to myself, why would the head office tell the applicable bank managers in these branches not to discuss Ripple and XRP? Look, you could think 10,000 things. I'm thinking if it's something that is not going to be done, why tell them not to discuss it? Because if it's a thing that's not going to be done, the head office can say, yeah, nothing's going forward or moving forward with that. But not to discuss it, to me, is a thing that is moving forward. And they don't want people to know. Maybe a little tinfoilish, I don't know, maybe not. But why would the head office tell the bank managers not to discuss Ripple and XRP? So if a customer comes in, the bank manager is not to discuss it. Just think about that for a second. Why? Why not discuss it? And if the head office told the bank managers that, who told the head office? Who told the head office not to discuss it? Just some food for thought. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye. comment.